Right, YouTube, speaking Mike, without further ado, retro, and let's have a look at this week's pickups. There's some belters in this one. Cheers. Right, first one we have is Now We're Playing with Power, the Nintendo book. I bought this from a fellow YouTuber, which is our very good friend and brother, YouTube brother, which is Oldschool Variety Face. Fastly becoming one of my favourite UK, if not this favourite UK gaming channel, which is so funny. Every time there's a video, I'm always laughing at the videos. Are brilliant, absolutely so comical, very very well done. You say your videos aren't, there's not a lot of time and effort goes into. I think there is a lot of time and effort that goes into your videos. They're very very good, and I find everyone highly amusing, really good. My style of comedy, definitely. So. Right, and yeah, so we got that, and he wasn't sure if it was me, and I wasn't sure if it was him. I was like 90% sure it was him. So he basically, when I received it, I got this. So it's keep it retro. You got the bang bang guns, acid face. Without further ado, retro, is it you? Hello from Oldschool Variety Face. Big up. So. Big up to Oldschool Variety Face. Love your work, mate, and can't wait to meet you in the future coming events. And we got the old Brucey bonus, which is he chucked in the tuba to tuba Brucey bonus. He chucked me in one of the Game Boy key rings, which I almost nearly bought one of these as well. And it's got some instructions just in case I didn't know what to do with it. It says you put your keys on them. Obviously, Mike. So that is brilliant. So those two from Oldschool Variety Face, absolutely brilliant, fantastic. And I'm keeping that. I'm gonna keep this as part of my YouTube history now. So this is the first. I tried to get the one-legged Robbie Fowler, was it? But I can't believe someone actually outbid me, because I'd have loved to have had the prop from my favourite new show. So, but yeah, so Robbie Fowler went for an absolute crazy price. I said at Oldschool Variety Face, I said to me to have a prop for my new favourite show would have been priceless, but unfortunately I could only stretch to £5 plus postage. So those are from our very good friend Oldschool Variety Face. Absolutely brilliant. Well happy with these. So fantastic. Right, next one is a bit of an interesting one that came up, which I don't know too much about. This one is a Japanese version. I assume this got a Japanese-only release, I'd imagine. I was after, actually, according to Nintendo Arcade Alex, I think he's got, like, Muscle Wrestlers. And I believe that this is the sequel. So I was on the lookout for the first one, and I believe that this is the sequel to that. And it looks pretty damn awesome. So it looks quite crazy. So I thought, this was $12.99 delivered. So I thought, it's worth a look at this, because it looks crazy. So, and Alex says the original one is very, very good, which I'm still looking for. Yeah, so Muscle Man Wrestlers, isn't it? Or Muscle Wrestlers or something is called the original. But yeah, I've definitely I thought I've been after the original one. I didn't know there was a sequel. I assumed this only had a Japanese release. So $12.99. I've seen it. I looked at the graphics. I thought that looks like it's worth a crack. So $12.99. Fantastic. So that looks really cool. So that'll be worth a look. So we'll check that one out. So right, onto the Amiga stuff now. We got some good stuff in the works here, definitely. Right, I think the first one we'll go with is one that I had actually in the pack that I got with my Amiga. I've never had it in this release. This is a big box release, which is The Simpsons Bart versus the Space Mutants. This was £5 plus £2 something delivery, and some people can charge up to about £10 or £20 I think on this one. So I've had my eye on this one for a little while. I haven't changed the background properly, but yeah, it's not a particularly great game. But I did have this with my Cartoon Classics pack. That was it, isn't it? Cartoon Classics. So this was actually some of the first ever games I owned on the Amiga. I love the intro on this. The intro was really cool. It's just like an episode of The Simpsons, but really short. Yeah, it was really cool. So I'm not really too keen on getting the small box, but you all know I love the Amiga big boxes. That's what I'm about. It's all about the Amiga big boxes. So yeah, for that price, £5 plus £2 something, about $2.90 delivery. It's a bargain. This can fetch a lot higher price than that. So, yeah, that's The Simpsons, Bart vs. the Space Mutants. Alright, next one is another one about the same sort of price again. It might have been the same seller, actually, which is Death Mask. I do have this on CD32. I don't have the correct case for it. I have the sort of the CD and the instructions. But I thought the same again, £5 plus postage was definitely worth sort of getting. This was very much like sort of Doom sort of style, but you move sort of one screen at a time. You know, Amiga did sort of struggle very hard with trying to do sort of Doom stuff. It wasn't very good at the 3D sort of stuff. But I think towards the end they did sort of master it quite well. You know, you look at some of the modern stuff now. I don't know how well they run without the accelerator, but with accelerators you can run some pretty good Doom stuff. I think there is even actually a Doom conversion on the Amiga nowadays. So, but that is Death Mask. Right, now we're going to start getting into the meat and veg now. So, right, the next one is game I've been after for a while. This one doesn't come out that often. Unfortunately, it is marked. Unfortunately, I was hoping that this was a sticker here, but it looks like someone's poorly removed the sticker, which is a gutter because I could have removed that quite easily with the old special A&F label remover, as recommended by Nintendo Alex Arcade. This product is worth its weight in gold when it comes to removing labels from game boxes. Absolutely brilliant. This is like I say, main thing with this is to be patient. I found if you sort of put it on, leave it 10 minutes, you know, go and have a quick game or something, or so, you know, then come back 10-15 minutes later and the label just slides off without any problems. It attacks the glue, basically. I think it sort of makes the glue, takes the stickiness out of the glue, and then the label removes itself then. So yeah, this is Wolfchild, which is a really cool box. Unfortunately, it is marked at the top. There's been a guy on eBay this week, and I've bought the majority of these that's coming up. I bought off of him. His prices have been absolutely fantastic. Basically, I said to Cine Steve about him. He had a sealed version of Supercars 2, brand new sealed. Now, me and Steve were having a bit of a discussion because Steve was saying to me he can't really remember any sealed Amiga games, and I can't really either. But I would imagine that they possibly came in the shop sealed, and then the shops opened them, took the games out in the manuals, and displayed them on the shelves. But we were a bit sort of, well, you know, out of all the games we bought, I've never bought any sealed. He's never bought any sealed. Are they just people resealing them? But, you know, the quality of the one that was there was fantastic. And I actually bought a few games off the gentleman. He refunded me some postage. We got chatting, and basically, I think they generally deal in 8-bit stuff, which is like, you know, I think they're mainly C64. Said that he took all of this, over 200 plus Amiga titles, as a trade, and you know, they didn't really have too much of a clue about Amiga stuff, and they were all selling it. And after I made the first purchase and told Steve, then Steve went and asked the guy if he'd do a deal, and he done Steve a great deal, and I was like, oh, how could you got a deal and I'm not getting these deals? So then I jumped in, and then I think I purchased a game because it was a great price anyway. I didn't want it getting away from me. And then I put another couple of deals together, which a guy done some discount on, which is what this was part of one of those deals. So yeah, so I got Wolfchild, and Wolfchild was a pretty funky and cool game from back in the day. I believe originally it was on Amiga. There's a Mega Drive conversion, probably ST, and sort of, you know, the sort of usual ones. But yeah, it was very good on Amiga. I played on Amiga first. Got it on Mega CD. I've actually got it sealed on a Mega CD. Yeah, that's Wolfchild. Unfortunately, it's like I say, it's unfortunate it's marked, but you know, what can you do? So, but I've got it now, and if we have to upgrade it at some point, then we'll upgrade it. Yeah, so we got First Samurai. I've been after First Samurai for a while. This one isn't in the best of condition. It's passable. You know, nothing was hidden in the pictures. But First Samurai is a great game I've been after for a while. Since purchasing this one, I've actually managed to purchase another one that looks in better condition than this one. So, yeah, so we've got First Samurai. Like I say, we'll be picking all the best parts out of the best ones, and then we will be moving one on. So we'll test them, make sure they're working, and then we'll be moving them on. So that's First Samurai. So First Samurai, Wolfchild, and this next one. Yeah, First Samurai, Wolfchild, and the Blues Brothers. I've been after Blues Brothers for a while. Like I say, this gentleman come up on eBay. His the stuff was certainly good value, and when you put a few games together, he's more than willing to give you a discount. Managed to get all three of these. I think it was 60 plus delivery, I think, which I don't think is too bad. You know, possibly get it at a better price, but you know, it's this was one. Yeah, this is in German on the back for some reason. So yeah, so but I assume the game plays in English. I don't think it's not much tech sort of stuff to go on anyway in the Blues Brothers. So, but yeah, I've got the Blues Brothers, although it's in German. But yeah, it's a very good game, Blues Brothers, and it's got the music from the film, or sort of not the exact music, but you know, their renditions of the chiptune versions, and it's a really cool game by Titus. So that's the Blues Brothers. Right, next up is a box upgrade, because I do believe that I have this one, but this is very nice condition, which is the Untouchables. Really nice condition, this one. You know, it's got a bit of wear on the corners, but other than that, I think my one that I have is dented. So, but this is pretty nice condition. Yeah, and I believe I got this for, I think it was £9.99. It might have been £11.99 or £11 something with delivery. But yeah, to get it in this condition, the price can vary on this one quite a bit. So, like I say, to get it in this condition at this price, I think I did pretty well. So that's the Untouchables. Right now, now into the two big hitters that we managed to pick up. Like I say, we're trying to slow down with the buying at the moment and the pickups. But when games of this caliber comes up and they're at these prices, I think you got to pick them up really. So the first one we will go for is the infamous Apedia. Unfortunately, it does have a dent in the box there, which was highlighted. You know, you can see it's gone straight through there, but it is all there. It's together. It's actually showing up a lot more on camera than it does in person. But Apedia is a fantastic game. Generally, now this game retails for around, well, on eBay it goes for around 80 to 100 plus. I managed to get this for 50 plus postage, which is a fantastic price, even with the dent in the box. I'm not really too bothered about that. I just might put a bit of tape on the back just to make sure it doesn't go through. But Apedia is a great game. I've been after it for a long time. Like I say, it generally goes for sort of strong money. It's a great game. Bit of a mad game. The intro screen says Apedia 2, which is a bit of an in-house joke, I think, because there wasn't an original Apedia. But yeah, if you haven't heard the music from this game, go along YouTube, look up Apedia soundtrack or whatever. One of the best soundtracks in gaming, I think. It's absolutely fantastic music. Really cool sort of shooter. I think something happens to the guy's girlfriend. She gets stung and she goes into a coma or something, and then he gets turned into a bee, and he's got to go and get the guy who caused this wicked spell to you know, avenge. I don't know if she dies or if she just gets back to life at the end. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a very, very mad game. I think there was something similar on Neo Geo where you were in the garden and you were some sort of insect and fighting, and I always thought that this possibly may have been the sequel to that, but apparently not. This is its own independent game, and it's fantastic. Like I say, the soundtrack is absolutely unreal. By Chris Holzbeck, one of my favourite computer musicians of all time anyway. So, and on now to the piece de resistance, the very final pickup that we got. And this is one I've been after, and you've heard me talk about it and I picked up on another system, a very close system, but we have managed to pick up IK Plus, the big box full release version. This usually now goes on eBay. Well, whenever people list it, it's always £100 or best offer. So yeah, it doesn't come out that often. I think I've seen it 3 or 4 times come up. I've been bidding on it with people. I've lost out on it several times. I got a feeling initially this and Apedia were both put up at £100 each initially, and then the guy dropped them down to £50 each. So this was the first one I jumped on, was IK Plus. So I paid £50 plus postage, and I am really, really happy to get IK Plus, because I personally believe that IK Plus is one of the best games on the Amiga. If it's not the best game on it, it's just such fun. Probably the best beat 'em up on Amiga without doubt, but definitely in the top. If it's not number one, it's definitely in the top 5 Amiga games of all time, I would say. So yeah, that's IK Plus. I'm really chuffed to get that. So IK Plus, Apedia, 2 of the biggest hitters on the Amiga. I'd love to get Moonstone, but that's some serious money. That's good for Moonstone nowadays. Is £250 upwards. Some people have got it listed at £600, which is just ludicrous, absolutely insane. I have been told if you hang about, you possibly pick it up for £100. I definitely looking to get it, but I think that's like the holy grail of the Amiga collecting at the moment is Moonstone. There may be ones that are dearer. Like I say, I used to like Moonstones. I used to have it back in the day. I don't think I had the original. I think I did have it on a backup, so to speak. And but yeah, I've got 2 of the biggest hitters that I'm aware of in the Amiga sort of gaming collecting, which is IK Plus and Apedia. So I'm well chuffed this week. We're trying to slow down the pickups. You've heard this; it's like a broken record, isn't it? We're trying to slow it down, but no, I am trying to slow it down because, like I say, I really, really want to go to some events this year, and we got the Bristol event, which I've obviously got to go to, being a Bristol lad, and obviously, and then we've got Revival. So I think Revival's in May, so we've got a couple of months. So I'm thinking if I slow down in the old pickups, start getting the credit cards out of the way, and a few bills that I've got up together, get them out of the way, get the credit card out of the way, and then start saving some money for Revival. That will be definitely what we'll be doing. So, oh yeah, while we're at the tail end of the video, I also bought some more box protectors, which are the large box protectors. These are okay. They're known as the Amiga Big Box Protectors, Slim Big Box Protectors. They fit First Samurai, fits in them. A lot of them don't. These are like quite a bit tighter. So I think it would fit like Pinball Fantasies and the slimmer sort of big boxes. So it did say slim big box. So I'm going to go through and see what. The thing is with the Amiga box, I think there's about 30 or 40 different size boxes. So generally at the moment I'm buying like say 10 of each if I haven't tried them before. And no, actually I bought 5 of these, didn't I? I've bought 5 of these just to check the sizes of them. And I've reordered some more smaller ones. So yeah, and I've now ordered some big ones as well. So if you want any of these box protectors for the Amiga or sort of other machines, it's my Game Vault UK on eBay. I think basically me and all the other sort of YouTube. I know Cine Steve uses them. I know Cine Steve done some of the measurements, I think, for some of these. I think Tooties use them, and Daz, and most other retro Dave Nintendo. I'm sure Alex Nintendo Arcade's probably used them as well. So I think there's sort of the main sort of people that we're all going to at the moment. And I think I finally figured out this origami business at the bottom. And yeah, I've sort of got it off to a pat now, but it took me a long time to try and work it out. Perhaps I said something about me, my intelligence level or lack of. So, okay, YouTube, like I say, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.